He has flip-flop. But the other thing is he says that he's against all these wealthy investors and hedge funds and Wall Street and this and that. And yet he has these two multimillionaires by the name of Ben and Jerry. I would say they're probably the most famous residents of Vermont other than Bernie.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like them either, but that's not fair. They have a very tangible product they made, and it was homegrown. I mean, it's just a classic, not rags to riches.
They sold out and made millions of dollars. How are they any different than anybody in New York?
Okay, the difference is, like, to use Tom Wolfe's Bonfire of the Vanities, it's very tangible what they made, and they made it well. Not to defend these old Jewish liberal commie types, but they made good ice cream. I mean, it's good ice cream, and they made a business, and we know what it is, as opposed to making
you could argue
hundreds of millions to push paper.
Right, but by the leftist point of view, especially a lot of these leftists who are all about food and the environment, that Ben and Jerry were more dangerous to America than people in Wall Street. Ben and Jerry had a history of polluting the rivers in Vermont with ice cream waste. That's number one. So they weren't good for the environment. And number two, and they made millions off of doing that. Yeah. It's okay to attack big corporations that have coal and mining and stuff that they allegedly pollute the rivers with in the environment. But Ben and Jerry get a pass because they're socialists, so they could pollute the rivers in Vermont? I don't think so. And the other thing is that Ben and Jerry have made a lot of Americans very fat. So, if I'm thinking like a leftist, a lot of people say, all this food that's high calorie and it's sugar and high fructose corn syrup, those people are evil. I mean, they've caused more Americans to get sick and have their lives ruined than people on Wall Street. So I could take the same...
And Michelle Obama would have something to say, if not necessarily do, about that.
That's right. Michelle Obama, exactly. And by the way, one other thing that Ben and Jerry are doing that shows what a hypocrite Bernie is they created a new ice cream called the 1% or something like that, where it has mint chocolate chip, and then on the top is just a layer, on the top 1% of the pint is a layer of chocolate. And they said the reason, and they're doing this as a fundraiser for Bernie, and they said the reason they're doing this is they want to show about the 1%. Well, they're part of the 1%. Most people can't just retire and make ice cream in their kitchen for the rest of their retirement and give it to Bernie as a fundraiser. That's something that only very wealthy multimillionaires like Ben and Jerry can do. And Bernie is accepting the largesse of that. And yet, he's attacking PACs, which are also the recipients of multimillionaires' dollars. What is the difference? He's allowed to accept, they can choose which multimillionaires whose help he wants, but others can't take money from super PACs that are funded, frankly, by a lot of people, not necessarily all multimillionaires. I mean, the guy can't have it both ways. I just don't think he's as sincere as people are making him out to be, but he looks like it because he's schlubby, his hair looks awful, he wears a cheap suit, and he's got this horrible accent, so he's not packaged and polished. And people believe that if you're not packaged or polished, that somehow you're more genuine. And I think you could see that same kind of phenomenon going on with hipsters who want local food and they want things that are more full rustic and stuff. It's the same kind of thing. They'll fall for stuff because it doesn't look packaged, even though it really is packaged, but just in a unkempt kind of a way.
Well put.